This could be yet another test for the North Atlantic Alliance. The ZAPAD military exercises in Belarus begin on Friday. These are the first in 4 years ever since Russia concentrated more than 12,000 troops beyond Poland's eastern border, using them a few months later to attack Ukraine. Now there are to be exactly 13,000 Russians at the Belarusian training ground. This is a potential threat that the NATO alliance must take into account.
Russia is right now testing the resolve of the alliance. And we have to understand that the line between war and peace has been blurred.
Hence the unequivocal decisions of NATO member states' leaders to support NATO's eastern flank. In play are missile defence systems and additional fighter jets to protect the airspace in Eastern Europe.
Based on the lessons from these events, we're going to continue to work to improve our ability to defend every single inch of alliance airspace.
Responding to the Russian threat in this way would not be possible without the real commitment of Allied forces. The President of the Republic of Poland is and will remain with the Polish soldiers. He is proud of you, and to our allies, the Dutch, the Norwegians, the Americans, the Romanians and the French, and all the troops of the North Atlantic Alliance, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for passing this test of solidarity and readiness to respond to the Russian Federation's provocations. Europe is also looking to the United States. In a conversation with President Karol Nawrocki, the American president unequivocally expressed his full solidarity with Poland. I spoke on the phone with US President Donald Trump about the repeated violation of Polish airspace by Russian drones which took place last night. The conversation is part of a series of consultations I have been conducting with our allies. Today's talks confirmed the unity of the alliance. The White House's diplomatic efforts to resolve the Russia-Ukrainian war have so far been unsuccessful. It is known that the US president plans to talk to Putin on the phone and meet with European leaders. The fate of the US response to Russia's actions hangs in the balance. Mr. President, Congress is with you. We stand ready to pass legislation authorizing bone-crushing new sanctions and tariffs that can be deployed at your discretion. Our goal is to empower you as you deal with this mounting threat. You are also right to insist that Europe follows your lead on imposing tariffs against countries like China and India who buy cheap Russian oil, the proceeds of which fuel Putin's war machine.
But it's going to be...
The decision to impose sanctions may be taken by Washington after consulting with Europe. On the other hand, Trump wants to be sure that he has done everything he can to stop Putin.
Putin is a great risk taker, and he wants to push the envelope as far as possible. So I think for NATO, the key issue is, what can we do to deter Russia from doing this? We don't want to start a war with Russia. We're a defensive alliance, but clearly we're dealing, with a poker player who's willing to sort of up the ante, and we've got to up our game.
While for NATO, Russian provocations are a test of time and response. For the Americans themselves, and especially the White House, they are a test of credibility. Washington knows that its actions are being watched closely, not only by Moscow, but also by Beijing, Tehran, Pyongyang, and Delhi. Everyone wants to see Trump's cards and is raising the stakes for now. The question is, who will call first?